Every single video I put out is meant to make you a smarter, faster content creator. Because let's be real, we all have limited time and energy. You simply cannot do everything. And the few things that truly move the needle should always be the tasks you automate or drastically simplify. Take short-form content, for example. Everyone knows these clips are currently the fastest way to get eyes on your live channel. Twitch clips are convenient, sure, but between the platform's compression and that clunky user interface, those clips often look soft and kind of mediocre. And even when you use neat OBS plugins that instantly create vertical canvases for you, you still face a bunch of tedious manual steps to get those consistent, high-quality shorts that actually gain traction. So today, I want to show you a totally different flow that still lets you use the tools you already love, like OBS, but saves you hours by letting powerful AI do the heavy lifting. The specific tool I'm recommending is Vizard. And no, this isn't some paid advertisement. Just think of me telling you about a massive productivity hack. Vizard is an AI editor that will actually comb through your long recordings, find all the genuinely viral moments, and spit out polished, ready-to-post clips automatically. It's got 3 killer features that really matter for creators: automated clip extraction, seamless auto-scheduling, and a centralized content calendar to manage everything easily in one place. But instead of just preaching features at you, I'm going to show you a practical setup so you can keep streaming your content and still get way more shorts out of the exact same session. First, let's establish those essential recording basics for your setup. If you already use OBS, you probably have a replay buffer or backtrack feature set up, and that is absolutely perfect. If you don't have it enabled, go set up a replay buffer for at least 2 minutes. I personally find that 5 minutes works best for me. This crucial setting allows you to retroactively save the last chunk of gameplay the moment something genuinely clip-worthy happens. If you're utilizing an OBS plugin like ATM Vertical to maintain a true vertical canvas, which is super handy, definitely keep using it. That specific vertical plugin is great because it duplicates your horizontal scene into a clean vertical layout, letting you see what vertical viewers will get in real time. But even with ATM Vertical active or manually using Twitch clips, you are still responsible for picking that exact highlight and trimming it just right. That's the precise point where a tool like Vizard steps in and truly changes the game for you. Step 1 is simply to record your content like you normally would during your session. Use your replay buffer or backtrack an OBS set to whatever duration best suits your personal streaming style. 2 minutes for basic stuff, 5 minutes if you're a chaos streamer who throws down massive plays. Next, make certain your recording output path is set to a drive with plenty of free space, because those replay buffers will rapidly gobble up memory if you maintain high bit rates. Set a distinct backtrack hotkey that absolutely does not conflict with any of your existing stream macros. I use numpad 1 for mine, but you should pick what feels natural. Step 2 involves either exporting the saved replay buffer clip locally and then uploading it to Vizard, or connecting Vizard directly to your cloud storage if you happen to auto-upload your recordings there. Once connected, Vizard's powerful AI will analyze the entirety of that full clip and automatically pull out the segments with the absolute highest potential for going viral. It looks for things like spikes in audio excitement, sudden camera movements, in-game kills, big streamer reactions, or genuinely funny lines, basically the parts that will stop people from scrolling. This initial AI pass is honestly the single biggest time saver, because instead of manually hunting for that one awesome 20-second segment, the AI immediately gives you a handful of candidate clips ready for final fine-tuning. So why not just stick to using Twitch's native clipper or that helpful OBS vertical trick to manage everything? Well, there are a few significant reasons why that approach falls short. First, Twitch's compression can seriously tank the visual quality, and sometimes the native clipper misses crucial preceding context, leaving you with a muted reaction or an awkward cut that kills watch time. The ATM Vertical plugin is fantastic for actually previewing how your layout looks in portrait mode, but it simply doesn't decide which moments are actually viral gold. You would still be manually scrubbing through potentially hours of footage just to find those few seconds of genuine gold all by yourself. Other auto clippers certainly exist out there, but many are either far too pricey, have very limited scheduling options, or they force you into a rigid workflow that doesn't mesh with how you actually stream. Vizard completely flips that established script by being built specifically to work with your long-form content and turn it into consistent short-form output effortlessly. It finds the moments. You give it a couple of quick thumbs up or thumbs down edits, or you can just trust the AI defaults if you're in a hurry. Then you can set up auto-scheduling to post across all your platforms like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram Reels, whatever your social mix is. That scheduling feature is absolutely clutch because you simply set the required posting frequency, and Vizard will drip those clips out for you so you don't have to constantly babysit your social feeds. And finally, the content calendar functions as your entire social hub. You can easily edit captions, shift posting times, or reschedule a clip if you decide you want to drop it a little later. Now, let's talk about a few practical tips to make those clips actually stick with the audience once they are successfully generated. The technology is one half of the entire game. The other half is the actual craft and creative execution. You need to focus your intended action right on the center of the screen, because when you crop a widescreen game vertically, most of the important action ends up right in the middle. If your on-screen display elements like health bars or ammo counts are off to the edges, you'll need to start thinking critically about your layout. Some creators use plugins like Source Copy to duplicate a source and then mask elements specifically for that vertical canvas, which is effective but definitely manual work. However, with Vizard doing the initial cutting, you can often completely avoid that complex masking because you choose the best crop after the AI selection. If you still demand perfect masking for branding or UI visibility though, always keep that source copy method ready in your creator toolbox. Next up, always use reaction cams because big, genuine on-screen reactions are what truly capture clicks and attention. If you utilize a face cam, ensure it is clearly visible and framed well for the vertical aspect ratio, maybe as a small overlay at the top or bottom. Vizard is specifically smart about spotting those spikes in your reaction audio, so it will often prioritize clips where your face cam shows high energy. Keep your audio incredibly clean because if you are shouting or your microphone levels are swinging all over the place, the AI might pick loud sections that are genuinely painful to listen to. Just normalize your microphone a bit and utilize a good noise gate so that your actual highlights come through crystal clear. Always aim to keep the final clip short and punchy, targeting 15 to 30 seconds for most major social platforms. Vizard can actually create multiple versions for you. A quick 15-second hook cut for TikTok, a slightly longer 30-second cut for YouTube Shorts, and maybe a trimmed 45-second one for Reels. Having that variety lets you effectively test which specific length resonates the most with your diverse audience segments. Here is a sample workflow that I personally use on a regular basis to maximize my efficiency. I stream on OBS with my 5-minute backtrack active and the ATM Vertical view running so I can see the vertical framing live. When a major moment occurs, I immediately hit my dedicated backtrack hotkey to save that raw segment locally to my drive. Periodically, or maybe just nightly, I batch upload all of those raw saved clips into Vizard all at once. Vizard then analyzes everything, spits out about 6 to 10 great candidate clips per session, auto-trims them, and I go in to quickly pick the very best 3. I then tweak the captions and set the thumbnails within the Vizard content calendar. Set the auto schedule to drip 1 or 2 clips per day at my peak audience times, and then I genuinely forget about the whole process. The actual result is consistent daily posts, much better discoverability across platforms, and none of that frantic late-night editing that used to consume all my free time. Let's quickly compare this to a few other options in the current market reality. Some of the other cutting-edge tools out there cost an arm and a leg just for the basic clip-finding features, or they lock you into their own proprietary uploader-only ecosystem, which never plays nice with native OBS workflows. Twitch clips are obviously free, but you suffer from poor quality, and you have next to zero control over the final product. The ATM Vertical setup is awesome for your visual layout prep, but it absolutely does not solve the content discovery problem. Finding the viral moments is still entirely on you. Vizard successfully sits right in that essential sweet spot. It perfectly complements your existing setup, dramatically reduces all the manual clipping work, and absolutely nails the crucial distribution part with scheduling and an in-app calendar. This all means you are finally guaranteed to be consistent without completely burning yourself out in the process. Finally, here are some content tips to help you keep entertaining your audience while you are actually live streaming. Because while AI can certainly clip a viral moment, it absolutely cannot fake genuine personality or on-stream charisma. Practice talking to your community chat like they are your actual friends, sitting right there in the room with you. Keep a few go-to segues ready for those inevitable quiet moments when the action slows down on screen. You also need to learn to call out specific things that are worth clipping while they are happening. Think memes, wild plays, one-liners, or those truly genuine reactions. If you can maintain a running commentary and react authentically to everything, Vizard will find those moments and handle all the necessary post-production work. So to quickly wrap all of this up, keep streaming exactly how you normally do. Set that sensible replay buffer, Optionally use the OBS vertical canvas for real-time framing. Save your replays, and then let Vizard analyze and auto-cut the very best moments. Use the content calendar feature to manage and schedule your posts, and rely heavily on the auto-schedule so you are consistently pushing content without ever getting overwhelmed. That powerful combination, your raw live energy plus Vizard's precise AI plus a little bit of smart layout work in OBS will get you way more high-quality shorts with a fraction of the old effort. Stream better, stream smarter, and let the right tools handle the tedious grunt work so you can focus on the fun stuff. The fun stuff is playing your games, genuinely connecting with your chat, and creating that content people actually stop scrolling for.